Hi, so good morning. So welcome to CG for all. So agenda of the today is we will going to cover the JavaScript next sections, and today we are going to cover the usage of JavaScript and external JavaScripts. So first, let's understand the usage of JavaScript. So usage of JavaScript basically when we are need any client-side validations. So what is the client-side validation meaning? Before the page is going to the database, if we want to validate user data, that time using the JavaScripts. That is the best practice of the JavaScripts. So let's understand what meaning of the validation. So we are creating one forms, right? Basic forms where we have a name and password. So when we clicking on the submit, so this is the from the UI side, we need to allow the user to go to hit our database or not. If suppose user is using username and password, if I click on the submit button, if I don't want allow to user to enter his code to the backend, it should be not allowed. So that is the best part of the JavaScript. So this is the first usage of JavaScript. Second thing, suppose we have a 500 request come to the from the server side. So if I don't want to use the 10 call, so that time we are saving our server, right? Suppose unnecessary user is coming and inserting the data. So if we have a valid product, I don't want to use this data. So that time by the JavaScript, we can save the server call. So this is the kind of the security also. So Ajax call also. So the Ajax is one of the technology. So then we will use the JavaScript functionality. So this is the very good functionality of the Ajax. So now when the Angular JS and React JS came, so Ajax is very less using. But when we have a JSP related product or a JSP related project, so that time we are using the Ajax very frequently. And Ajax is a very good thing. So why we need Ajax basically like suppose we have a any big form. So inside the form, so we need to refresh only one button. Clicking on the one button, call go to the backend and refresh the button, same button, only one field, that is called the Ajax basically. So that is the Ajax. So let us go with the first is JavaScript validation. So how to validate this any field? So let me open my example. So now here I have one form. Forms mean when clicking on this form, it should be success means redirecting to the success.html. So we have a two fields. So one is text box, password and submit. So when we clicking on the submit, it should I am calling on click function validate. So what this validate will do, we will see. So till now we have already understood that how to write the JavaScript code within the script. There is another way to write the JavaScript by using the external file. That is the best practice. But what if because what a example I am showing you is a very less number of code, but the concept by same. Suppose you are working in a real time project, that time 2000 or 4000 numbers of lines of code is there. So that time we use the external CSS only. So how to use that? Say SRC we are using, and we are giving the path where our JS is residing. So in our current example, same folder I am using the JavaScript. So that's why I'm giving the JavaScript. But this is not a good practice. We have to create a JS file and we have to store that JS file. And extension of the file name should be JS. Let me open that file also. Now, so what we are trying to achieve here, first let's understand. So let's run that and then we'll understand. So I am running that. Raju, you are understanding, right? Any doubt? If doubt and ask, okay, you are or after the section also we will discuss if any doubt. So I don't want a single doubt. So then you can practice. So what we are trying, please enter your name. Okay. So if we are not entering the name, we are not allowing user to go to enter the password. Okay, so if user is clicking the password, we are tell user to please write the name first. So I am writing anything CG for all. Now what is the password? I am telling anything CG for all. So then user will allow to submit our button, submit to go to the where the form is submitting. Okay, so success.html I am giving now. So this is our requirement. So if user will not enter the username password, we are not allowing user to go to that. Now, so what I am trying to do here, so inside on click of the on click, I am calling one function. So function is inside our J. So here, if the function is not present in the current HTML code, we will see that where is any JS file is there or not. I already seen validate.js is one file is present. So or if you want to creating first time, so we have to go to the file, create, go to the file, create and save this extension as validate.js. So here I am same function I am using. So now we need to validate our forms. So document, so there is a two way to validate basically document.get ID or document.forms of 0. So first things first, field ID. So already we told like with this name, right? Name, text is name. So with this ID or name, how we are doing. So document.forms of 0.name.value.length. First we are checking the length is 0. Please enter name. Then again we are focus and return false. Okay. Same way, we are document.forms of 0. Generally, we are not using the forms of 0, but document.get ID also you can use, but we have to showcase you both the way. That's why I'm showing here. Document.forms of 0 dot password or length, and same way we are using the password. If return false. If both the function is entering the data, if then return true, if not, then return true here. So same way we have to doing the validation. Any doubt? No doubt, right?
Where that user name and password is saved?
So name now we are not saving. So basically, so we are not using backend call. What our achievement to be okay, I got it. So suppose let us consider when we are using name and password, then call go to the backend. Okay, till requirement is that only. It's not like you have to check the same matching of the password. What is your password and same match then true or not. What our requirement before if the user not entering anything, it should be mandatory to enter. So it's not like that put a space and give the submit. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, it's not, we are not, requirement is not like that. We click on that, go to database. Requirement is till now what try to achieve, clicking on that is, we are checking is mandatory to use the put the username and password, mandatory to enter name and password. So that at what I am achieving. So already we know, right? Document dot forms of 0 dot name dot length is 0. So what we are entering in the text box, we try to read here with this name what we are giving, right, in that field name. Then same way
Yeah.
we have to password. So if length is 0, no, we have to give the length. If given the length is 0 means true, then that time we are returning false. Clear? So if the length is what we are entering is length is 0, meaning we are not entering anything, that time we are returning false and focus there. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
If we are enter to the first field, is checking for the second field. If we enter first field as well as second field, is then true. True means is aligning to the form success. Where is the form success? Form success is success.html. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Okay, so already we cover the validation. So there is one more way. So let's me check that also. So I already told that there is another way to so enter that. So this is there. So let me run that validate on. So already this is same example validation only. So here, so same way, but it's like document.get_id. So practice that only. So but in this example, what I trying same script only I have written, but base practice to external JS. So instead of document.get forms of 0, I am using document.get_id.name.value.length. So I think this is the best practice. You try that. Or I already shown you document of forms of 0. So both the way we can use. So let me explain you once again by more. So clicking on validate is go to the validate. First thing is check by the name. Document.getID. What the ID is name only. So it should take the name dot length dot value. If the value length is 0, it should be it true means go inside that, enter your name and put the focus function. Document dot get id dot focus means is focus to the same thing. I returning false because you haven't entered anything, so I am returning false. Same way for password, if you returning both the field, we are returning true. So it should be allow the form to be success, and form success means success.html I am returning. So this is the two way to validate your thing, and this is the most important part. So basically, so and already we cover the external JavaScript. So what is the difference between advantage or of external JavaScript? We are the HTML code and JavaScript code are separate. HTML code and JavaScript are separate. So it's very easy to maintain that, very easy to debug that. Maintenance is very easy. We know where the error is there. Suppose we have a 6,000 lines numbers of code and all the code in the HTML. So that is very difficult to find out. If separate path means go to the JavaScript and we will check that. And second thing, sometimes what happen, the size file size is also main an issue. So that time very old legacy projects, right? So that time we are using the same HTML code, we are writing the JavaScript. So now number of lines of code is more. So that time we have to create a JavaScript file and separate that. So why we not use the same from the starting onwards? And loading script of that's fine. So I think we have covered almost the basic of the JavaScript. So you guys have to practice. And we are on the social media also. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any doubt, please drop us a mail to help.cgforall@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Let me stop the recording. And if you have any doubt, we will discuss more.